Last episode, we were able to rescue King Lalorian Dinar and find some of the Fighters Guild members. This episode, we'll be heading east, where the groundskeeper hinted at the fact that Vanus Galerion can be found somewhere in that direction. Passing by the ever-full Flagon Way Shrine and the Death Spinner's lair, we see a projection in the distance. Is that Vanus? Why are we seeing his projection, I wonder? Coming up to it.
The great and wondrous Vanus Galerion has a message for you. Greetings. This magical projection presents my current plan to my allies. Separated and alone, I decided to complete our mission, personally. I entered the Black Forge through a side door with the intention of destroying the great shackle beyond.
Why did you go in all alone?
In case it needs to be said, the Black Forge creates all of Molanbal's vile weapons, including the Dark Anchors and the Great Shackle. With the Great Shackle destroyed, the threat of the plane meld should come to an end.
You can't actually hear me, can you?
No need to concern yourself. I'm sure I have this well in hand. I imagine I've already destroyed the Great Shackle, and even now we're celebrating our victory over the Lord of Brutality. Yes, I'm sure that's what has happened.
I don't think that's what happened. I guess I should go and find Vanus. Leaving Vanus's projection behind, we head past him and towards the Black Forge, heading just slightly west of the forge around the lava pit. We can jump across the stones, crossing the lava pit to find a secret back door. The Black Forge. Only the Dremora Overkin, who supervise the Black Forge, know the secrets of smithing the ebony alloy cold iron, of which the great chains and dark anchors are made. The work here is difficult and dangerous, and most soul-shriven thralls last only a few shifts. Going through the door, we find a open, enclosed area, and heading to the south, we find another projection of Vanus, it appears, except this one seems darker. We come closer and see it's Vanus Galorion's health.
You there, please. I need your assistance.
Are you another magical projection?
What a ridiculous question. I am the Great Mage's essence of health. The Daedra captured Vanus. They plan to use him to power the Great Shackle. To prevent this, Vanus divided his essence into 3 fragments.
What can I do to help you?
Vampires feed upon this essence and weaken it. Kill the vampires and collect the energy they siphon from me. Restore that energy to me and I can easily break free of these flimsy bonds.
What are you exactly?
When Vanus Galerion was captured, he cast a spell that divided him into his 3 essential essences: health, stamina, and magicka. I am the Great Mage's health. Set each of these essences free, and we can make the Great Mage whole once more.
And how were you captured?
While we are the essences of the Great Mage, we aren't the Great Mage himself. Not exactly. Separated into fragments such as this, we are weak, vulnerable. It wasn't long before we, too, were bound in magical chains.
Why do they need Vanus to power the Great Shackle?
The Great Mage is a virtual powerhouse of magicka energy. The Daedra want to use that power to speed up and complete the plane meld, finally merging Nirn into Coldharbour. But make no mistake, Vanus has simply delayed the inevitable with this ploy.
Turning away from Vanus's health, we fight the vampires of the area, and for each one we kill, we collect Vanus's health to help release him. After we obtain 5 of them, we complete our task and return to Vanus Galerian's health.
You have returned. I had almost given up hope.
I have recovered your stolen energy.
Yes, I can sense its reinvigorating presence. Give it back to me and I shall free myself. Follow my light to the slave quarters. Then we can recover our essence of stamina.
Here's your stolen health. Freeing Vanus's health, we turn and follow his light to the slave quarters, where we find Vanus Galerion's stamina.
I sense the time to reforge the essences of the Great Mage has arrived.
Yep, you sense correctly. How can I help you?
The essence before you has been used to feed the slaves and keep them working. Talk to the slaves and convince them to release my energy so that I can break free. If the slaves refuse, there is another way.
What other way?
The slave's taskmaster used a device to rip away my energy. The device can recover the energy, but doing so will destroy the soul-shriven you target. However, the device only works from a distance. Get too close, and you can't target a slave.
Tell me more about Vanus Galerion.
What can I tell you that you don't already know? Vanus Galerion is the most famous, most powerful, most daringly courageous mage in the Mages Guild. His legendary exploits are, well, legendary.
And why did he think he could take care of this on his own?
Weren't you listening? He's the Great Mage. There isn't anything he can't accomplish once he sets his mind to it. This particular conundrum is merely a minor bump in the road. Makes things more interesting.
Well, it seems that the Great Mage Vanus Galerion is not a team player. We turn to those also captured in this area, trying to convince them to give up a piece of their stamina in order to help Vanus.
I hate this so-called existence.
Why are you so depressed?
I think the more pertinent question is, why aren't you more depressed? Why hasn't this horrible place made you so sad you can hardly breathe? Why? Why? There's got to be something wrong with you.
I need you to return the energy that was fed to you.
Not a chance, dunghead. It was given to me. Go find your own.
I find that I must persuade and intimidate quite a bit with those around here to get them to give me their stamina. I feel bad about this, but if we beat Muligbal, I hope that they will be rescued as well. Persuading, if you give it to me, I can use it to destroy this forge.
Well, in that case, just make sure you shut down this damn forge.
Hello there.
I saw you eyeing my fire. It isn't very warm, but it's all we've got. Go find your own fire, stranger.
Will you give me the energy they fed to you?
Why? You don't look like you need it. Without it, I'll grow weak and wither away. Wait, that's what you want to happen. You want to hurt me.
Persuading, this won't hurt you. If you give me the energy, it will help you.
It will? I don't know. All right, take it. Take it and leave me alone.
day.
I wish we could take longer breaks, but the work never ends.
The energy they fed you, I need it back.
And what will you give me in return? What do you have that will keep me whole and strong enough to do the work that is required of me?
I'll destroy this place once I get all the energy back.
Oh, and how will that help me? No, this doesn't sound like any deal I want to be part of. Now leave me to my work before I call the taskmaster.
Unfortunately, that means I need to intimidate.
And what will you give me in return?
If you don't return the energy, I'll give you a terrible beating.
Oh, so high and mighty. You think to take the place of the taskmaster, do you? Oh, very well. Take it and get out of my sight. Some of us have to work for a living.
Hello.
Escape? That's easy. Waiting for the right time to make your move? That's where the difficulty comes in.
I need the energy that was fed to you.
And how will that help this one see the escape plan to fruition? This one thinks you should bother someone else now.
I find it interesting that this guy is eating bread, when apparently they're fed energy, and they're dead? Yeah. I intimidate again, since it did not work last time. Give me the energy, or I'll rip it from you.
Always with the violence. Oh, your kind's so predictable. Very well. Take it. This one hopes you joke on it.
Don't run off like that again, Alexis. You know that I worry so.
Alexis? Who's Alexis?
Are we playing a game? Is this a new game, Alexis? You know how much I love games.
Will you return the energy that was fed to you?
Dear Alexis, why would I do such a thing? The energy makes me strong. I haven't felt this good in such a long time.
Oh, she'll take a cash payment. That's fair to me. Does gold have value in Coldharbour?
Oh, Alexis, you remembered how much I love bright and shiny things. I never could refuse your requests. Take the energy and use it well.
That was probably the best outcome out of everyone I had to deal with here. Returning to Vanus's stamina.
Did you succeed?
I recovered the energy from the slaves.
The great mage himself couldn't have done any better, but don't tell him I said that. After you return my energy, I will break free. The last fragment is trapped in the foundry. Follow my light and I'll show you the way.
Alright, here, take back your energy. Following Vanus's energy, we head east and enter the foundry, into the fabrication chamber. Going deeper into the foundry, we find Vanus Galerion's Magica essence.
The pain. It's exquisite, but this has to end. The great mage must be made whole again so we can finish our mission.
How do I get you out of there?
4 seals contain the magic that binds me to this machine. While this essence is locked in place, they siphon my energy into the forge.
I thought you divided yourself so they couldn't do this to you.
Vanus divided himself to prevent them from using his considerable energy to power the Great Shackle. It didn't stop them from plugging this essence into the forge, however. Unlock the 4 seals and I'll be able to escape this damned machine.
I don't understand what they're doing to you.
They plan to use the Great Mage to provide a considerable boost of energy to complete the plane meld ahead of schedule. Vanus divided his energy among the three essences, making each one worthless to the Great Shackle.
And what does the Great Shackle do?
It is a larger, more powerful version of a dark anchor, designed to complete the connection, to draw Oblivion and Nirn together. Then
what purpose does this device serve?
It provides the power necessary to craft Moloch Baal's vile implements of conquest. Daedric weapons, dark anchors, the components of the Great Shackle itself. And I am the source of this energy, at least while the seals of binding remain in place.
Leaving Vanus's magic, we go and unlock the seals of binding around this chamber that are keeping him imprisoned.
The bindings, they feel brittle, less powerful.
Well, I hope so. I unlocked the binding seals.
Then these bindings can no longer hold me. This essence will join you, and then we can find the physical form of the Great Mage.
Okay, now where is Vanus Galerion's body?
Through the boiler tunnels waits the mighty Guardian, Coldharbour. Defeat the Guardian and open the cage that holds our physical form. I can lead you to the Great Mage. Just stay close and follow my light.
Running through the passageway, we find this Guardian at the bottom.
Insolent intruder! The mage belongs to me!
Aw, thanks, Storm Atronach. Vanquishing the Guardian, we go through the doorway and into the boiler. Going down the path, we find a chamber that we can release the essences we had gathered and release Vanus from his imprisonment.
Health and vitality. Welcome back. And now stamina returns. How I've missed you, old friend. Much better. Now, follow me out of this foul place. Then we can talk.
Going through the door and onto the shackle bridge, we talk with Galerion and see how he's doing.
Perhaps I shouldn't have attempted this by myself.
Yeah, maybe. So this is the Great Shackle, huh?
Yes, the Great Shackle, where the plane meld begins and ends. I thought I could deal with it on my own, but I was wrong. You have restored me, released me from captivity. With your continued help, we can end this threat once and for all.
This completes Vanus Unleashed. You rescued Vanus Galerion from the Black Forge.
The time has come. The Great Shackle must be destroyed.
What can I do to help?
Stay close and follow my every command. Taking down the Great Shackle, the primary conduit for the plane meld, requires precision and the careful application of destructive spells. As it so happens, I am a master of destructive spells.
Sounds great. Let's go destroy the Great Shackle.
This won't be easy. Is there anything else you want to ask me before we move out?
We start the quest, breaking the shackle. Is there a plan you want to share with me?
They wanted to use my energy to power the shackle. That indicates to me that the shackle utilizes some form of energy. Disrupting that flow of energy may be key to destroying the Great Shackle. I'll know more once we get inside.
All right, then let's get moving. I chose to back out and try another dialogue tree. Unfortunately, this seems to have locked me out of conversation with Vanus Galerion, but, you know, we're just crossing this bridge here, so we'll take down the Great Shackle, and then we'll take down Ball. Who needs a plan? I forgot to capture footage of our quest reward. We received the Black Forge Blade, a sword that has a life drain enchantment, deals magic damage while restoring health. It's a pretty nice weapon. It's infused, increases weapon enchantment effect by 15% and reduces enchantment cooldown by 50%. It's part of the Steigen set. It adds spell damage, adds maximum stamina, maximum magic. While you are sneaking or invisible, your damage done with Magicka abilities is increased by 20%. You were given this blade for exploring the Black Forge and restoring the Great Mage Vanus Galerion. Next episode, we'll enter the Great Mooring and work with Vanus to destroy it and stop the plane meld once and for all. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. What about the companions, the ones that were a large part of the main quest? I mean, they were in like every episode up until we met Vanus Galerion. Well, do not worry, we have not forgotten them. This part of the main quest deviates a little bit from those main characters. Once we're done here in Coldharbour, we'll be meeting up with them again to confront Ball and finally get my soul back. At least that's what we're hoping is going to pan out. Until next time, thanks for watching and stay safe.